Hi, so since board exams are almost starting, first of all the best everyone. I hope आप लोगों के practicals सबके अच्छे गए होंगे. So today we'll be discussing the last minute tips plus answer writing tips. So I will be starting with answer writing. I have opened this PDF जिसका link I will be attaching in the description. So this is the model answer sheet of 2025 Stopper. So first of all, we'll begin by sections, and the tips I will be attaching. I will also be writing it down here. So the first thing, section A. All you have to do, write the option and the answer. What I did in my paper was I also highlighted the option because I was free. It is not compulsory. As you can also see in this image that I've attached here, they have just written the option and the answer. That is all. Okay, you have to write the whole answer as well. Obviously, do not just write the option unless and until you're short on time. That is different. We move on to section B. So section B is the case study wala question. So you all okay, so let's get started. As we have been to the subjective part of the question paper, isse pehle it was objective, so you just have to write the answer that is written in the question paper itself. Now that we are on the subjective part, I would like to highlight a very important thing, that is to underline the keywords. Okay, because बहुत सारी you have heard this before as well, because बहुत सारी copies check करनी होती है. As easy as you can make for the checker, the more marks will you will grab. So section B is the case study based answers wala section, and in that just try to grab everything that is given in the paragraph itself. A lot of times they do ask from like diagrams wherein you cannot grab things from the question itself because it's just a diagram and you have to infer your knowledge. But yeah, these are the answers you can see. Now we move to the section C, in which you actually have to think. These are the 3-marker questions. So I remember the demographic transition question was there last year, and when I answered it, I also drew this little diagram, as you can see, the demographic transition theory, because I remember that diagram. So I feel like that is something you can do if you are free, if you have time. Okay, or if you think that your content is less, so that makes it more appealing for the checker. Because if you remember, then definitely make it. Do not think कि extra हो जाएगा or something. That is what I'm trying to say. As you can see, this person has also like clearly written down the points. Okay, what I did also for the 3 markers and for the 5 markers was that I always made mind maps. When we will move ahead to the 5 markers, in this top answer sheet as well, you will see that they have also made mind maps. So how mind maps help is what I'm going to say. Okay, so when you make mind maps, now first of all आपके लिए तो easy हो ही जाता है. What I did was I just made a mind map first, and then I left pages कि मुझे समझ लो एक पेज में तो 3 मार्क का आंसर है, एक पेज तो लिखना ही लिखना है. So I will make a mind map, 3-4 लाइन उसमें खत्म हो गई, and then I will move on to making another mind map. So I remember the points that I need to write, and also I will feel more satisfied with myself कि हाँ, I know this answer, I just have to elaborate on it. You know what I mean? Okay, so the first thing is that, as you can see, they have also, I will attach the screenshot here, they have also written down the points, and they have underlined everything. They've also written examples for each point. This is not how I made mind maps. I just made it like for example, okay, I'll just consider a question, and then I'll tell you. I have also opened the sample paper with me, so I will just take a question from that and I will answer how you can. Okay, so like discuss with the examples any 5 factors that influence industrial location. So you can just make factors affecting industrial location, the 5 points, and then you can move on. You can leave 2 pages for it, you can move on, and then after you are done, you have written all the points. Now you just have to elaborate. You can then move point wise and write examples. There is also another question. Let's move on. Explain the problems faced by slum dwellers in urban areas. How do these problems impact their quality of life? Okay, so now this question has 2 parts. You do not have to compulsorily write 5 points for it. For the first part, that is the problem faced by slum dwellers, for that you can just write 3 or 4 problems, that's all. Okay, then you move on to the second part of the question. So you also have to remember the how the marks have been divided. Okay, now we move on to the map part of the question. As you can see in the toppers answer sheet as well, first of all, yeah, let's be honest, they have made mind maps in every question. I did that too, so I would just say please do make that, and also do the underlining of answers. Okay, so that is why I'm telling कि आप अगर पहले से mind maps बना लोगे और आपका सिर्फ elaboration का part बचेगा ना, तो you will have half an hour left for yourself to underline all the important points. That is something that you have to do for it to be. Okay, so एक map में तो already locations mark रहती हैं, you just have to write. So I don't think that is something that I have to explain. But the India map that comes, that in which you have to mark the things. So you also have to make legend in which you have to write all the patterns that you have made. For example, let's say you are writing this, you are marking the state with the highest population density, that is Bihar, and then you are marking the state with the lowest population density, that is Arunachal, with 17 people per square kilometer. So you will make different patterns for that. That's kind of basic. Okay, so these are the things that I would say for you to remember while writing your answer. And also try to keep the handwriting good, because they have to read it as well. And yeah, that would be mostly all this was from the topper's answer sheet. From my personal overview, as I suggested as well, you should be making diagrams. If you remember of any, you should be making mind maps, though I feel is compulsory. It makes the thing easier for you and the checker. I don't see why you should not be making it, first of all. And the third point I would like to say is obviously underline. And yeah, these are the three things I've also written as the points, which is always make flowcharts, diagram wherever possible, and highlight. So that would be my tips to you for your geography examination. And for the revision part, I would say, okay, so I do get if you are feeling very low, you are feeling very anxious कि क्या होगा, maybe मैं कुछ भी ना याद कर पाऊँ, maybe कुछ भी ना हो पाए. So I mean that is something that is possible in every scenario. तुम अगर बाहर निकलो तो भी तुम्हारा accident हो सकता है, but does that mean तुम बाहर ही नहीं निकलोगे? Okay, so what I did was I just revised all the points that I had already made. I was actually making new notes as well, which I would not recommend to you all, because I feel like that was just my anxiety speaking and not me. Okay, and as I had said in my previous videos as well, make tables, do previous year questions, make notes, and just go through all that before paper. Okay, and if you feel like that is too much of content for you to go through, I hope you have solved the previous year questions. So just go through that. Try to, the things that you are unsure about. I feel like there are a lot of chapters which have a lot of data, so just keep going through that. And I feel like rigorous revision is something that actually leads to you remembering a lot of things. That would be it. If you still feel anxious, you can do a sample paper, but I would recommend not doing a sample paper just before it, just a day, if it is on 26th of Feb, if you have your exam. So I believe that would be all my tips for you all, and I'm sorry I wasn't active in the comment section. So now in this video, any doubts, anything that you have, I believe I will be able to answer them. So yeah, that would be it for the video. Any doubts that you have, please drop in the comment section below, and I will try to answer them as soon as possible. You still have a lot of time, so try revising, try making judicious use of it. If you have done everything in geography, then I would say just utilize this time for any other subject. But the last 6 days, so 20 tak jo bhi karna hai karo, but 20 to 25, keep that time for revising for geography. That would be it. All the best. You'll all do great. Bye bye.